Happy Monday. We're gonna be doing variety stuff in the mornings this week. Shifting the schedule around. Mornings are gonna be variety and historic, and the evenings are gonna be Runeterra and standard. So, as always, you can find my full schedule up on my website. This is, for those that are just joining us, this is Elder Scrolls 3. This game is old enough to vote. It's a game I played a ton of as a child. Came out in 2002. I have no idea what that is now. It's the forum supports variety game submissions now too, so you can go ahead and just submit them through there. Box, thank you for the 1.5 years of support. I appreciate that, and the very generous tier 3. Twisted Fate deck of my choice. Can you drop that through the forum for me? I'd appreciate it. Thanks for the 22 months, Anaphylactic. Good morning, Zilly Valley. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Rad! About my favorite deck in the queue. Sounds good. I appreciate the 30 months, the absurdly generous tier 3. He's hiding in St. Olms. Alright. I've been told to go find an outlaw in St. Olms and Vivek chat. We can do it. Our character for this playthrough is a spell sword. It's a spell casting sword wielder. We're wearing light armor. Look at our chit and armor, chat. We're pretty cool. Don't act like you aren't jealous of the graphics of this game.
Greetings, Cyrodiil. What can I do for you?
I didn't post my tweet for my schedule and announcements. That's a good call. I'll try and remember to do that later. It is tweeted and pinned on my Twitter. Someone asked about my schedule yesterday. I did take yesterday off. Foreign quarter. This is St. Olms over here. We failed casting the spell. Uh-oh. We're not particularly good at levitating, chat, but, you know, we'll try. Hopefully it lasts for us long enough to get across the gap here. Look at us. We're such a powerful wizard, chat. Walking on air. MTGO is jealous of the lack of bugs in this game. So, it's fun. It's funny. The Morrowind community actually has a ton of, like, bug fixes and patches done for the client. So, like, the community's fixed a bunch of the stuff that Bethesda wouldn't. MTGO is also jealous of the sound effects in this game. Obviously top notch. I mean, to be fair though, the Bethesda's games tend to be pretty large open world games, right? So like, there's a lot of content that you'd have to bug fix. Skahar. See if anybody here knows anything about Skahar. I'm not telling you that. Anything else? Oh, this person doesn't like us. They're really not our friend. All right, let's find someone who doesn't hate us. Let me break my legs by jumping down really quick. All right, moment. Darn! It's so real, chat. It's so real. There's a Khajiit in one of the homes off the south side of the canal. He looks suspicious. See, you always got to ask the Dunmer when you're looking for when you're looking for someone who's not a Dunmer, because Dunmer are incredibly racist. So they will, generally speaking, give you information that's going to result in bad things happening to people who aren't Dunmer. Off the south side, so it'd be one of the ones over here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, it's just like a person in a house. That's cute. Obviously not a KG. Also not a KG. Off one of the homes on the south side of the canal. Oh, I wonder if there's homes down in the lower levels too. There could be. Sam on Twitter, thanks for liking my comments on your mental gymnastic tweet. I don't think I could ever pull the curtain off my father's eyes about Trump. I mean, a lot of them just aren't salvageable, I think is the God's honest truth. Yeah, there's more homes down here. Thanks for the year and a half, Zeg. Facebook and Fox News has rotted their brains. You, not a KG. Alright, I'll leave you alone. Miss the ability to fly, airwalk, and Skyrim. Did they get rid of that in both of those ones? I remember they neutered a lot of the different things. Well, I don't think we can end this one. Your trade. I'm a thief. I was born to be a thief. All right. You know what? That's good enough for me, chat. Longsword skills. Stop embarrassing me in front of Twitch chat, longsword skills. We have so many longsword skills now. We were hitting most of our things previously. My longsword skills are very shy on Monday morning, apparently, chat. Alright. Alright, we got him. We got him. Those old school random number generators deciding whether or not you land hits in fights. I have plenty of... You can dispose of your corpse. We could probably use this as a home now, huh? Being incredibly unsatisfying. It is. Morrowind is not a game that you play for. It's not a game that you play for. No bounty for that. Yes, they were a thief. They were an outlaw. We were righting wrongs, chat. I decided we weren't going to murder people anymore for not doing things that we didn't want them to do, but outlaws and murderers are still on the... Thieves and murderers are still on the hit list. Morrowind's a brutal land, chat. Don't steal. Don't steal. Person doesn't appear to have been a very good thief, though. They don't have a lot of interesting stuff here. I got some gold. Alright. $35. Oh, that's moon sugar. Moon sugar and skooma are illegal. You can hit the practice dummy. Does this level up my longsword? If you get your longsword, your weapon skills high enough, you hit things consistently, which is nice. It has a health total, so the tiny bars in the lower left, the yellow is their health total. Should check if my longsword's going up. 71. 73. I'm gonna level up my longsword. Hold on, one moment. How are we doing? Good morning. Happy ban list update day. I think I have a sword that doesn't have charges. Put that one. And our dress says, I mean, to be fair, we're wearing chitin armor and common clothes, so... Look at that. Look at that incredibly satisfying combat that resulted in our long blade leveling up. Yeah, this is an Imperial longsword. You know, bands normally get announced. Usually an hour from now is the normal update. 8 a.m. PT. I expect Uro to go away. I think Uro is an old enough card that they can ban him at this point. I don't think Omnath is a given though. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I scheduled standard for the evenings this week, right? Like I don't expect them, even if they announced them this morning, I don't expect them to be implemented till this evening. So we're definitely playing historic this morning. Even if they surprise us and they implement right away, we're gonna play historic this morning. Because we have the modified historic tournament this weekend. But every night this week will be standard. Assuming they actually fix things. There's no fast travel in this game either, you gotta use your legs. Propa Panda Minister, thank you for the entire year of support. I appreciate the prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Go back to the foreign quarter and report that we have killed the outlaw bandit. And there's no, so this is the foreign quarter where they keep all the foreigners, and there's no bridges connecting this one to that one. So levitation spell's been useful for getting back and forth. Well, we're a wizard, so I have an alteration spell to let us fly. How long can you levitate for? I think the duration on this one is 30 seconds, and you could recast it. You could recast in the middle like I did there. Yeah, this is 10 points for 30 seconds on self. And I believe the amount of points is how quickly you move. Is levitation a mod? No, it's a spell. The spells in Morrowind had way more range and flexibility of things you could do and create. That is, No Man's Sky is not one that's been submitted. Yep, in fact, so I spent a ton of time playing Morrowind as a kid, and I never really got into Oblivion because of how much they gutted from Morrowind to Oblivion. I enjoyed Skyrim as an adult, coming back as a more casual gamer, but definitely Morrowind, aside from the combat, Morrowind tends to have a lot going on in it. I heard you got that Khajiit. Here's the bounty. God bless. Qualify for advancement yet? You're not ready yet. Do you repair my stuff yet? Nope, not yet. All right, orders. Serverin Dubs says that Stony in Aldrune owes him 2,000 septims. Get the debt money and bring it back to me, and you can keep half for yourself. All right, so Aldrune it is. Scissor, thanks for the 21 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. 777 is a lucky streak. I know we could use a bit of luck in these times. Remember to vote. Lots of places you could vote already. Early voting's a good idea, especially if you're going to vote by mail or absentee ballot.
Outlander.
Nah, I think banning Fabled Passage is some nonsense. Definitely not on the banned Fabled Passage side of the discussion. So there's no fast travel in this game, but you can pay for teleportation services at the Mages Guild. So we can go from here to Aldrune for a few septims. And in true Elder Scrolls fashion, there's some kind of texture somewhere in this area that isn't happy, so we have to click yes when we teleport into here. Yeah, my state has ballot drop-off boxes too. So I'm planning to do that. Does my journal Leerlul's dead. It doesn't. My journal doesn't say. Oh, it says Leerlul's dead at the top. All right. Guess we gotta find someone. And this is in true Morrowind fashion. It doesn't just like pointed us to the city, and it's like, okay, go find this person and collect their debt.
I suppose I have a moment. What is
What would I be in besides Uro? Well, in historic, I'd get rid of Uro and claim the firstborn and some other stuff. Today, 5 years ago, they banned Dig and Legacy. God bless. That card's still legal in Pioneer, right?
Is there something you need?
There's no hand holding. Sometimes there's no nothing. There's someone in particular. All 6 counselors live in the Manor District. Erdian's the Mage Guild Steward. Perseus. Methyl Siren is a temple priest. Rasapulia is the command of Buckfort. The Dreamer is the chapter steward. And the Red Guard, Heen, is the priest of the Imperial cult. None of these are the people I'm looking for. Good morning, youngest son. What's up? You can watch shows in between classes, yeah. I can't help you with games right now. I'm working, bud, okay? Golgolly! Thank you for the sub gifties. Good morning to you. And Gilded. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. People who have debts to pay are usually day drinkers. That's probably a good... Let's try... So there's the rat in the pot here. Actually, the rat in the pot is probably where they are. Last time we had to track an unsavory character. That's where they ended up at. Metafuse, thanks for the 19 months. Then we could check if they're not there. We could check the inn and the council club. Person's name is what? Lirel? Lirel? Because the people in looks like the proprietor of the place. Oh yeah, I didn't realize we were in sub-only mode still. Yeah, it's fine to toggle off digits. Is this quest bugged? Was I supposed to... Was I supposed to ask him more about this? Because... I'm Lyril Stonen, thief. Are you new here? I don't believe we've met. The chat menu here doesn't have any options about a debt. Hey, Ever. Thanks for the 19 months. I hope everything works out there for your mom. That's tough. Always carry a jug of Shuba with you. All right. All right. So we put a mark here, so that'll let us come back. I'm gonna jump back to Vivek and see if I talk to him again. If I didn't trigger something in the menu, because the quest in the journal isn't particularly fleshed out. Oh, there's too many buildings in these houses, Chip. Too many rooms.
Outlander. What?
Well, if you kill people outright in a room full of people, you get a bounty, Dirty Digits.
You seem to be doing all right for yourself. What can I do for you?
Debt money. Okay, yeah, so I didn't click enough. At the he even told us where she was, the rat in the pot. Although we're a detective. We're a detective, so we figured that out on our own. Yeah. There's the. Yes, we found him alone in his home. My brother is dead. The Kimona Tong said he owed them money, which I don't dispute, but now they say I owe my brother's debts, and I just don't have the money. I can't pay what I don't have. I don't trust you enough to talk about that. He knew he was in debt. He went off to seek his fortune in some place called Malapi, northeast of Narmonk. I haven't heard him since. Near Narmonk, perhaps you could find out more from there. Sweet skooma. Okay, Jeet. Narmonk is up over here, I think. That's Genesis. Margan. Oh, there's Narmonk over here. All right. And Malapi, which is northeast of Narmonk. All right, there are a few different little things over here. Wonder if we're a high enough level to not die to those couple of... There were a couple of bandits near this route when we went it earlier in our playthrough. And they killed us. Alright, there's some kind of goat nearby. I probably should have emptied my inventory. We'll do it in Narmonk. Sunshine! Thanks for the sub gifty, I appreciate it. Good morning to you. Shillings. We've traveled this road before, chat. There are corpses of cliff racers. I guess here's a question. If they ban something today, when they ban something today, question mark, will it be the soonest they've ever banned something after a rotation in Magic's history? Yeah, I have a cheap capture card somewhere in my house. I should probably get a PCIe one so I can do internally. But yeah, I would take Switch games as a viewer submission for sure. I have a Switch. Cat combo is legal for a bit. People always reference Memory Jar, but I feel like that one doesn't count. If you want to head this way, we're going towards Narmonk here. And the journal said Malapi is northeast. It says we could find out more in Narmunk. What happened with Memory Jar? Standard also didn't exist when Memory Jar was banned, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. When was Type 2 introduced? The Memory Jar ban predates Type 2, right? It didn't? When was Standard introduced? Thought there was something. Ancestral Tomb. There's her house. The bandits were in this area here. Oh, I have Malapi on my map already. Sick, because we explored over here earlier. January 10th, 95 is when Type 2 was introduced. Okay, so that's much earlier than I thought it was. I wasn't playing Magic when I was 4, obviously. So we need to go up over the mountain here. Hello, Skyrat. Ooh. Goodbye, Skyrat. This is the one, right? M-A-L-L-A-P-I? M-A-L-L-A-P-I? Are we a high enough level to explore this area? Whoa. What is that? Oh. Your weapon has no effect. Alright. Probably needs to be magic. Oh, it paralyzed us, chat. Oh, no. I think I bumped quick save before we came in. Let's find out. I did in fact bump quick save before we went in. We might not be quite high enough level for this yet. Oh hey, there was a different enemy this time through. My item might be out of charge, chat. There's a small chance my item is out of charge. Clanthir Heart. Daedra Heart. Yeah. Daedra Skin. Worth some dollars. We didn't have to go that far in to find stuff. Exquisite Amulet, Ruby. Cuff of Horny Fist Left. I have to imagine whoever named that knew exactly what they were doing. The old cuff of horny fists. Hey, look, chat, it's Magic players. The sound changed. Oh, there's a person coming. Oh. That's the thing that killed us last time, right? Alright, I think if we can unparalyze, we're gonna run. We are clearly not high enough level to play in here. Take this sub. It's dangerous out there to go it alone. Thanks for the consistent and generally positive when it's easy to get cut up in the world thing it is. I try. Thanks for the 1.5 years, Toe Smasher. Alright, let's recall and tell her that her brother's dead. Oh, you can't tell her that her brother's dead. Well, that's... Do we have to, like, give the Fighters Guild person 1,000 gold to get out of this? Because that's half the debt. Oh, portals aren't 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, they're not. So you mark a spot. The way teleportation this game works is you mark a spot, and then you can constantly jump back to it.
Tidings and good wishes to you.
The pitter patter of busy feet, chat.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
You're strong enough to kill them, or they immediately dumpster you. I mean, isn't that how combat works in real life, Pelly?
Well, friend.
That's very true. This game has a lot of realism in it, for better and worse. So I literally just have to pay him 1,000 gold to complete the quest. Alright, sure. I don't have orders straight under the rank of Protector. Advancement. We're now Protector. Look at that. Nailed it. Did you repair my stuff yet? You won't repair my stuff yet. Darn it. Redouble your training and practice your skills. Oh, I should read. Reading is hard, chat. It's very difficult. Okay, so I need more Fighters Guild related skills to be higher to meet that. Oh, I wonder... Favorite skills. I need 1 skill at 40 and 2 skills at 10. Oh, armor is technically a skill that we could use. Oh, I actually only have 1 Fighters Guild skill here, huh? I guess the way our class is designed, light armor isn't a fighter skill. I guess that makes sense. Readeran at least accepts athletics. I should probably get armor up. I guess I could trade up a couple of these other cheaper ones. Armor is one of the easier skills to level. That is true. And it would be kind of useful to be able to level it up myself. Oh, there's anybody in here that sells us hammers.
What day is today?
Leveling some of your other cheaper skills are easy.
Anytime, friend. I'm right here.
Yeah, that's true. We could either go to another group. I forget what other quests we had going. I think we were stuck in a couple, so we had to find the Founder's Helm or the code book. Her dues. We could jump back to Balmora and poke around there for a little bit. We're only level 9. I don't know if that's high enough to want to make me poke at the Ashlander quest. We could also dive in. We could like go to Solstum over here. Is Vela 3? One of the... One of these was a... Thought we had like a flying ship one. The patchwork airship. North to the frozen island of Solsticism. In order. Hey, good morning, Kid Koopa. If you type exclamation point Discord in chat, you can find a link to the instructions for the Discord. Is this closed currently? Looks like it. Yeah, it's the expansion with werewolves. We could go do that. Let's go do that. Have a recall to Eldrune.
Go ahead, I'm listening. What is this regarding, sir?
I probably want to sell some stuff while we're here. There's an enchanter in this area over here that buys most stuff. Unload our gear.
Yes, Outlander. What do you...
Oh, you think I should avoid Solstim until late teens? I guess it's been a while. I'm still gonna sell some stuff while we're here. Werewolves are a little scary, no? That's fair. I think we're gonna give up the cuff of the horny fist chat. I don't think that's quite for me. It gets lonely out there. You know, who am I to judge? Is there an armorer in this area? Clother, alchemist. I think there was an armorer in the Readerin area.
City, Outlander.
Hopefully Rogues ends up playable. Would be my... You must not murder him, threaten him, taunt him. These are allowed. You may even slay him as long as he strikes first, but if you resort to murder, You know, brag for years that we're thugs and murderers. All right, so we have to taunt that guy still. Our speechcraft isn't high enough to complete that quest. Practice room, trader.
Is there something you need?
And these people like us because we're in this guild, so they'll buy our stuff for a little bit more. I'm gonna give up our two-handed sword and focus on one-handed sword. This is frost and shock. That sounds great.
Well met, Outlander.
Beans are up. All right, we'll pause Morrowind for a moment. Okay, I mean, okie doke. With millions of games having been played digital platforms, results for this event this past weekend have shown that multicolored ramp decks featuring Uro, Lotus Cobra, and Omnath are a problem in the post-rotation metagame. Well, Uro is a powerful and contentious card in pre-rotation standard who wanted to allow the metagame to adapt. Oh. It's unusual to make a change this early in the season. Did they really not mention Omnath at all? Aside from... They just didn't mention Omnath at all outside of like, hey, Uro was in the Omnath deck. So they didn't talk about so we can strong results. The 4-color Omnath deck will continue to watch that strategy as the metagame adjusts in the coming weeks. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Alright, I'm gonna play a little bit more Morrowind. We're gonna play for another, I don't know, 45 minutes or so before we play some historic. That went about as I was expecting it to do. Oh, does it say when it's gonna get implemented? That's a good question. It says effective date September 28th, so it should get implemented today. I imagine that should be in its band for this evening's standard stream. Yeah, it says the implementation date is today.
What was that?
Oh, did you have armorer's hammers? I meant to check for those. My offers refused. Don't you nickel and dime me. Oh, that's a house. That's not where I wanted to go.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
He is still in historic. You know where he won't be? He won't be in historic for the Hoglandia Open this weekend. So if you're interested in playing some Uro Free Historic or watching Uro Free Historic, make sure you show up for Monday's or for Saturday's tournament.
May I help you?
What is this regarding Citadel?
They banned Uro. Uro is banned. That is all.
Pushed so hard.
What can I do for you, friend?
And how are you? Can I help you?
Your actions precede you.
This person in here can train us in armor, if I recall.
Who put that there?
Yeah. The 6. Look at that. 7. 8. 9. We're not very good at this, chat. we got 7 out of 10. Well, we're bad at. All right, I was gonna pay him to do it. I crafted Omnaths trying to get free wild cards, and now I have to wait a month. Ain't that the truth? Chat, rants about bannings only happened when these things were infrequent. He doesn't like us. This is the guy that has our founder's helm. We need him to attack us so we can kill him, but we can't attack him first. I don't know what people are expecting me to say. Like, they did what we expected them to do, which was the bare minimum. The bare minimum has been accomplished. Like, I don't have anything. I'm numb, chat. I'm numb to the idea that bans happened. What else are we banned? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know what it's not my job to balance their game. I have no idea what's gonna balance their game well. Hopefully Uro's enough. Who knows? Maybe it is. I don't have all the answers. I am not going to attempt to do custom ban list standard. We'll do custom ban list historic because we need something to happen, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe if Rogues is playable without milling people into Uro, the counter spells can keep Omnath and stuff in check. What's our bleeds mission? Fighters Guild. Cassius promoted me to apprentice and gave me secret orders and told me to read them. I'm being sent to Urkasha camp to speak with. I'll tell them my story and they'll test me against the prophecies. Shilaku camp. Let's try and progress the main storyline. Did he mark the camp on my? I don't have that on my map. Let's go back to Cassius and see if he can tell us where the camp is. I imagine he knows. Yeah, maybe aggro decks can actually have a chance. Who knows? I don't know. Like, I posted on Twitter last night, I don't know what the right answer is, and that was genuine. Yeah, we did Fox, but that event happened 2 days after the set released, and like, if you weren't paying attention to any of the events this past weekend, it was literally all full 4-color stuff, right? The Urkisha camp lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margan on the northern coast of Vanderfall. The fastest way to reach Margan is to take the Slit Strider to Aldrune, and from Aldrune to Margan. In Margan, look for a scout named Nulio Tedes, and she will tell you how to reach the camp. So you're looking for Nulio Tedes. And I have a mark in Aldrune still, so we can jump back to that. People always like to comment that he's shirtless, chat, but listen, if you had abs like Cassius here, you'd be shirtless too. Don't hate him because you ain't him. For people that haven't played Morrowind before, it's very realistic. So this is currently an ash storm that's going on in the northern part of Vanderfall here. And this black mountain here has a magical gate around it to try and keep a plague from escaping the mountain into the rest of the continent. Oh, he did mark the camp on my map. Sick. There's a lot of realism related to 2020 in the Morrowind storyline. Hey, Scholar, thanks for the IT buds. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Is there a random person just out in the ash storm? I don't know if I've talked to this person before. Let's see what they're doing. Can you help me? My husband and I were traveling through here and were attacked by a wild pack of Nyx hounds. There were at least 3 of them. They seemed to come out of nowhere. My husband tried to fight them off, but they were too much for him. I was forced to flee. I tried to play dead in hopes that the hounds would find no sport in me. I hope I can find Drell before the hounds come back. You're willing? He didn't go too far because the hounds seemed to have heard him. If I remember correctly, he ran off to the west, but in the confusion, I can't be sure. Alright, we'll keep an eye out for your husband. And maybe gut Nyx sounds in the meantime. Stupid sky rats. The most realistic part is that you're living in an apocalyptic hellscape and people are just kind of living with it. Ain't that the truth? Apocalypse now is occurring and people are just going on with their lives. Yep. Too real. Send the children to school. Oh, now there's an ash storm and it's nighttime. That's lovely. The Dunmer have a lot in common with Americans. They tend to be incredibly racist, many of them. Ooh, look, a ground rat. The literal blind playthrough. We don't have the boots of blinding speed. This Fallout with dinosaurs. Fallout is a futuristic setting, right? This is a medievalish fantasy setting with magic. Fallout is 1950s sci-fi, so still a more current setting than what this is, right? Fallout is after the US gets nuked and you emerge from a fallout shelter. Seems like an aptly named game, if nothing else. Oh yeah, Durhulk, we're 100% frog in boiling pot of water. Like, no one just, you don't just like flip a switch and suddenly you live in a fascist society. Fascism slowly takes over the course of many, many years as we've been witnessing. You know, I don't know, in my playthroughs as a child, I don't know if I ever got this far into the storyline. Usually I tended to get very distracted with other things. Are these people violent, or are they gonna leave me alone? Leaving me alone? Alright, God bless. Yeah, that's my plan is to play through the main storyline. The world writing in this game is really good. Well, I mean, Daggerfall predated this by even a decade, right? Oh, these things actually leave me alone? Animal, I apologize. Oh, that's a good tweet. I spent more on Magic Arena than Donald Trump paid in taxes. That's an A+ tweet. I am sad that I did not arrive at that tweet on my own. So, at this current point in time, I am not intending to add any other games myself until I finish my Morrowind and Horizon Zero Dawn playthroughs, which could probably take a little bit. These are both pretty involved games. I am taking random variety game submissions for subscribers for donations, just like I take deck submissions. Once I finish or get bored with Morrowind and Horizon Zero Dawn, I'll probably poke at some other things of my own volition, but I've been enjoying both of these for now. I spent more on Twitch subs than Trump's paid in taxes. Yep. I think my favorite thing is that the people that think looting is wrong are like a circle with the people that think not paying taxes is okay. And avoiding paying your taxes is basically like looting the government. Hey, Just Pretend, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Kakatar, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate it. That's a good ban list command. We've escaped Arrow in one format, 4 more to go. That's because, Fig Leaf, the people saying you should always pay as little taxes as possible, and it's a good thing, are people who are selfish and don't think that society should work together. Liberals just don't understand how taxes work. If you want him to pay more taxes, vote for a different president. Yeah, that's the plan. Did we get blighted? Okay, we were cure common disease, chat, worth its weight in gold. That little postage stamp in the bottom right of the map, it is. So when Morrowind released, the average screen resolution was 10024 by 768. So the elements don't really scale nicely to 1080 resolution. They're not large enough to scale up that much. Fred the Third, thanks for the 27 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. You know what? You know what's gonna be the funniest thing about their grand finals next weekend? Is that there's likely gonna be historic decks in their grand finals that are basically just standard decks that don't have Uro banned. I guess I'll have Shocklands too. They'll have marginally better mana, but like it will largely just be. That's what I was going to submit for the Hooglandia Open. Well, Uro's banned in our Hooglandia Open, because I care about Historic and I care about the people playing my tournament. So, like, what you need to understand, Coder Chris, it's not sad, it's expected. Like, nobody who's still supporting Trump is ever going to stop supporting Trump. The way you create more Biden voters is not by convincing Trump supporters they need to stop supporting Trump. You do it by convincing people who normally don't vote that they need to vote. Some Dwemer runes up here. For people that aren't familiar with the Morrowind lore, the dwarves are extinct and there's a bunch of technologically advanced runes with traps and stuff around them. I really hope we get an Elder Scrolls game at some point set in the time. Do you attack me? No, you're good. Oh, you do attack me. All right. I really hope we get an Elder Scrolls game set in the time where the dwarves aren't extinct at some point. I think that would be sweet. You can't logic someone out of a position they didn't logic themselves into. The dwarves are really just underground sci-fi elves. Yeah, basically. Steampunk's probably more accurate. Wow, that's a tough bug, chat. Oh, and it electrocutes me. There's a shipwrecked boat. Should we go exploring? Shall we go spelunking? There's a skeleton in the boat. Necromancy. Void essence. Wind salts. The problem with being a Trump supporter is a complete identity that anything contradicts becomes a personal attack. Yep. Yep. Kingdom, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Wind salts, dollars, dredge wax. Thanks for the 10 months, Kingdom. We're heading towards something, but I found a boat. I found a shipwreck boat I wanted to dive into on the way. Lower level. It's gonna be underwater, huh? Wait, I have a water breathing spell, right? I do have a water breathing spell. Oh wait, is there air down here? There is air down here. Okay. Nothing useful in the lower part of the hole that doesn't appear. Floating barrel. Hey, Monster. Thanks for the 23 months of Prime Support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, so we got to follow the coast along to the camp here. I have a water walking spell here too, right? Let's hotkey this one, huh? The dwarves are technically not extinct. They're only mostly dead. Voting in the states is too difficult. Voting in some states is very difficult. That is accurate. Ever thought of running for public office? Yeah, I think so. Hey, in a future life, when I'm no longer a cam girl, that could maybe be something I could think about doing. Look at, did someone just like push their hand into the keyboard to name this rune? Asha Nurna Bitta Tipshipi. Ash Erna Bitta Sheepy. I think they might have just pushed their hand to the keyboard. I can't wait to watch attack ads that play back clips of your Twitch stream. Is Jeff too radical for Illinois? The answer to that question is probably yes. Whoa. Whoa, that's, that thing is casting fireballs at me, chat. I don't know if I'm capable of killing this thing. Let's find out. That's not fair. It has a rat helping it. Alright, when our sword has charge, that's not bad. Got a danger heart out of it too. Nice. We're almost getting to high enough level to dive into ruins. In the early 2000s, they didn't have advanced technology for naming things. I am not eligible to run for president of the United States until 2028, chat. And even then, I don't want to start there. Maybe some kind of local office. You want to speak to Shulmatul, you want to speak to Nabali Mesa, have they sent for you? No. They've not sent for you, then you will not speak to them. You are an outlander, and they are our chief. Why should I trust you? Alright. Thank goodness for speechcraft. Nope, still a stranger. You don't need relevant experience to be president. What does an Outlander have to say? Say, I know a little and am curious. I do not believe what I am hearing. You think you are the Nervine and you wish to speak to Sol Matul and Nibamesa. You do not look like the Nervine, but you do not speak like a fool or a madman. This is a puzzle. Go speak with Zamund in his yurt. He is the Gulkan, the champion. He will decide what is right. If Zamund gives you permission, then you may enter Aksha's yurt and speak with the Sol Matul. "2028, when the third pandemic arrives to save us from the wildfires and the rising sea levels. It's sad because it's true." Whose help am I looking for? I've been told to speak with Zamamund. Looking for the right yurt, chat. User 938036, thanks for the third of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. That's the wrong Z name, right? Zaba is the one I'm looking for. It's the person I'm supposed to talk to, Zabamund. The Nervine prophecies are not for Outlanders. Why should she speak to you about these things? Who are you that I should trust you? Offer to fight a duel to the death for the right. Boast about worthy deeds and demand the right to speak. Tell all I have learned about the Sixth House and humbly ask or offer to pay a tribute. Let's try and share information. These are not simple matters. You know a great deal more than I would have thought, and some of what you say is news to me. I believe you should speak to Sol Matul. Perhaps you will be angry with me, but I can bear that. Go to Ashka's yurt and speak with Sol Matul. Tell him that I have sent you. All right, chat. See, look at that. We didn't have to kill anyone yet. Using our words instead of our swords. Oh, wow. He's pretty fancy, chat. My champion has sent you to talk to me about the prophecies, then go ahead and talk. You think you fulfill the prophecies and you wish to be tested. No Outlander may join the cult. If you were a clan friend, an adopted member of the Ashland tribes, then perhaps I have an initiating rite in mind. If you pass the rite, I will adopt you as a clan friend of the Ashlanders. Then I will submit you to Messa, our wise woman who is skilled with the oracles and mysteries to test you against the prophecies. To be adopted to the tribe, you must undergo a harrowing. In the harrowing, you'll be judged by the spirits and ancestors to see if you are worthy. Go to the burial caverns and fetch me Sol Sinapul's bone biter bow. He was my father, and his spirit guards his bone mold longbow deep in the burial caverns. Return with the bow, and I will adopt you. The burial caverns lie on the southeast side of camp, with a north-facing door in a little hill halfway between us and the slopes of Red Mountains. Go north from the camp to the water, then turn east. At the rock cairn on the beach, turn and head straight south until you find the door of the spirits. There's no map markers in this game, so these are the descriptions that get you to places. The harrowing is this a crossover episode? These are some good directions. Okay, so we go north to the water, and then we take a right at the rock cairn on the beach, turn and head straight south. All right. These are directions. There's no GPS in this game. Is exactly correct. Put my non-magic sword. Oh, put my pants back on. Put my non-magic sword up so these can recover charges. Well, I think this is the rocks he was talking about, and then we head south. This kind of looks like a path. This thing's about to attack us. Took 3 buttons to get to C while texting. Ah, T9 keyboards. Ooh, look at that, chat. We didn't, does it even count as a real Morrowind quest if you didn't get lost on the way? This was way too easy to find. What's going on, Cal? Yeah, it's a deep dark hole. We could still get lost inside. Lando Ancestral 2. Wait, is this the wrong one? I need to go to the, okay, whew! I was worried for a second here. This is not, I was concerned. I was concerned that we had found the right place immediately. This is, fear not, chatters. This is not what we are looking for. Dodged a bullet there. Level up our destruction skills a little bit while we're out here. I've died so many times. We are thankfully past the dies to cliff racers part of our Morrowind career. I would bet there's a lot of people that played some Morrowind that never got past that part of their career. We still die to random clan fear and stuff, but or at least we're not dying to those anymore. There's a fortress over there, it looks like. I would be surprised if we find this tomb today. I'm gonna spend some time looking, but southeast. We seem to be southeast, so we need to go west. It should probably be over this way, right? Stupid pigeon. This looks like a mine, so probably not a burial tomb. Yeah, this is an egg mine, most likely, with this out in front. It's a mine. We're in approximately the right grid, yeah. Got another 10 minutes to spend looking around before we flip over. Skyrim, here's an icon and a route to go where you need. Borrowed, I don't know, that away. Look for the rocks and go south, man. I don't know why you need me to hold your hand. What's your problem? There are scary things in the fortresses that we're probably too low level to compete with at the moment. Like whatever in the heck that is will probably kill us. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. So like when someone submitted this as a game for me to play for a session, I was not expecting it to have aged at all reasonably, and I've enjoyed it. Well, I mean, like, inconsistent management of their ban list is something I've been critical of for a long time, right? Can you craft Uro for historic and receive wildcards for it? I have no idea. I would assume the answer to that question is no, but I also wouldn't be surprised if there's a small window where that's possible. 20 months, we still had MSRP back then, KCI had just been banned, and we didn't know the joys of Hagak, and there were still only 2 types of boosters. Man, life comes at you sometimes, huh? I just crafted 4 Uros on your second account. Your second account, you have a family member or something that plays on it? Are you like Smurf people in the arena? Hey, look at that, chat. Southeast of camp. We figured it out for your son. That makes sense. My kids are gonna have to play Runeterra because I can't afford a second arena account. Your kids are gonna get excellent video games. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. As someone who grew up with a father who hated Nintendo, my kids are gonna have a much better video game experience than I did growing up. Alright, so we leveled up. You woke today with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Oh, you know what? I forgot that this is a thing. So, you get better multipliers the more you leveled skills up, and we trained up Armorer. So there's actually, because Armorer is strength, right? Yeah, so there's actually benefit. I forgot the level up system in this game works this way. There's actually benefit in leveling some of these non-major skills. So that way we can have an extra high multiplier when we level for whatever governing attribute those skills have. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Perhaps I'll have to, I need to pick another skill to level up for the Fighters Guild anyways. Another one of the Fighters Guild governing skills. So I'll have to pick one that has, like, I think block is agility based. Like, I don't intend to use shields with this character, but leveling up block a little bit for Fighters Guild would also give us more agility when we level, which would be nice. Something to think about, and we'll continue to be lucky. All right, at any rate, we hit level 10. We found the tomb for the main quest line. We've been going about 90 minutes. Let's shift gears and play some historic, huh? Thanks everybody for hanging out this morning. If you want some more Morrowind nostalgia, this is your first time seeing me play it, I've got a playlist up on my YouTube channel with all of the sessions that I've done with it. I think this is our 6th or 7th session with it, so it'll get added up there, and we've been recording it from the start. I've only been playing on stream.